All of a sudden, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick to my stomach. I have a big interview coming up and I don't know what to do. I don't feel prepared, but then I feel prepared. I even have my resume on hand, but I need to go over it. I'm confused. I even called a few people to get advice on what to do to prepare myself for this interview so that I can ace this interview, so that I can get this job and continue on with my career. But I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't know the steps to take in order for me to ace this interview. Well, I'm going to help you on how to ace this interview. Let's first talk about what to do before the interview. Then we can discuss the day of the interview. And last, we can discuss what is to come after the interview. Days before the interview, it is important to research the company. See if it's a good fit for you. See if it's what you want to do and how far you want to go on with the company. A study from JDP reports that applicants spend up to 7 hours researching the company before the interview. Many of the candidates, 64%, also research the interviewer. Because interviewing is often stressful, 70% of those surveys practices their responses out loud. Also, organize yourself. Bring more than one resume. You want to do this because you don't know if you will have 1 or 2 or 3 people that you are interviewing, and you want each one of them to have a resume on hand. It is also important to have a professional reference or a professional reference list that you are able to give to them. This way they can call other people that will stand by you on why this job is a good fit for you. Also have business cards. Business cards is somewhere an easier way for them to get in contact with you by your phone number or your email, or you can even put your LinkedIn on the business card. This way they know how to contact you. Practice interviewing your etiquette. Practice interview etiquette. Practice with other people ahead of time. Practice in the mirror. Practice your body language, how you shake hands. Making eye contact is very important. Be patient, be assertive, be attentive, pay attention, and also look interested. It's important that you're making a connection with the interviewer. On the day of the interview, it is important that you use all the steps that you did when you practiced to take it with you the day of. It is also important to dress the part. The first impression is always the best impression. You want to make sure that you are dressed for the right interview and you're not wearing anything that you would just wear on with your friends. You want to dress business appropriately if you are going in, especially if you're going into somewhere that is needed where you have to wear suits and stuff like that. It's also important to make sure your hair and your makeup is neat and tidy and appropriate for your audience. Time management is also very important. You want to show up 10 minutes ahead of time. This saves time for traffic. This saves time for anything that may come up. You'll have time to get it together. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is to be forgotten. So always be early. Be yourself and engage with the interviewer. Listen and ask questions. You want to have a notepad or something where you can take notes to have all your questions together, and make sure to ask your questions at the end of the interview, but make sure you have, if they did answer, you don't want to ask it again. This has something to do with paying attention. Days later, it is important to write a thank you. You want to restate why you're qualified for this position and why they should accept you for this role. 24 hours in advance, you want to write the thank you note. Also, do a follow-up a few days later if you don't hear anything from them. Career Sidekick stated, with the average online job posting receiving 250 resumes, only a small percentage of applicants will get an interview. Since most employers interview fewer than 10 candidates for a position, only 2 to 3% applicants will receive an interview on average. I think I got the job. I did everything to prepare for this interview. I had my resume, I was paying attention, I dressed the part, I was on time, I researched the company ahead of time, and I think I got it. I got the job. I'm going to wait a few days and do a follow-up, but overall, I think I did it, and I'm pretty sure and I'm confident that after all these tips, I have received this job. Thank you.